Welcome to Johnny Knapp's 90th birthday celebration. Yeah! We're going to have some fun today. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Ed Harris. Those of you who know me, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Still in there.
Still in there. Great to see everybody. We're going to have people coming in all day long. And there'll be a whole group of different people here, hour by hour, so feel free to stay and for the duration. But we're going to have a good time. Larry Barker is our host pianist today, the Bark Man. We got Fuji on bass. And guitar. So they're going to play a little bit, and then I'll be right back, and we'll start the celebration. I see people still walking in. There's a card for Johnny. We're running out of space on the card. Please sign it, so he has a remembrance of the day. There's some extra papers. Sign that. We'll include it in the card, so he knows you were here. And with that, whatever you want to play, Mr. Barker, just have some fun, and we'll be back up in a second.
I've already played everything I know.
Play it again.
Play backwards.
Probably in the kitchen with food.
Fuji used also. Tuning up, right?
I can't believe it.
In the kitchen.
The autumn leaf.
It's a nice soft way to start the evening, the afternoon going into evening.
Let's do Lady Be Good in B flat. Lady Be Good.
Greg McLean's going to join us on this. A little, Johnny, there were two guys that were starting out as songwriters when you were just starting to play. I don't know whatever became of them. The last name was Gershwin, do you recall? The Gershwin brothers, George and his sister Ira.
Yeah, right.
Let's do one of those. Lady. I think they did it pretty good for themselves, though, over the time. Hey, sweet and lovely lady, be good. Oh, lady, be good to me. Oh, I just a lonely babe in the woods. Lady be good to me. I need some pity, please give me that pity, 'cause I'm all alone in this big city. I tell you, I'm just lonely, babe, in the world. Lady, oh lady, be good to me. Let me hear some noise, you guys. We got a special treat for you all today. If you can find a seat, that would be great. A little milling around kind of gets in everybody's way, so let's find a seat. Settle down a bit. We got a lot of music for you this afternoon. Something very special. We have our good friend Kevin Lyons with M.D. Bales as his accompanist. And this is really going to be something special on the piccolo trumpet. Has anyone ever heard a piccolo trumpet? If you heard Eleanor Rigby, you heard Kevin Lyons, right?
You win. You only had the royalties.
This will be a treat. Enjoy. Kevin Lyons, Andy Bale. And for his next number,
That was my dilemma.
There is Penelope. So you're here. She's here.
Might be Australia.
This is the lovely Penelope.
I owe it all to my dance instructor, Jim Weil. Somewhere there's music, how faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. There is no moon above when love is far away too, till it comes true. You love me and I love you. Somewhere there's music, it's where you are. Somewhere there's heaven, how near, how far. The darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon. I tell you with how still my heart hide the moon. Somewhere there's music, how faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. There is no moon above, love is far away too. You love me and I love you. I love you. What's the score? I once saw Dave McKenna playing at the Copley Plaza in Boston, and I was like stunned, my idol. And he had an earpiece in his ear, and I said, after the set, "What's up? What are you?" Listen to the Boston Red Sox. I said, "Oh man."
By the way, the score is 8-5.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Take 4, Fuji. Somewhere there's music, how faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. There is no moon above when love is far away too, till it comes true that you love me, I love you. Still my heart, until you will my love to Johnny. We're here in service to you know, pay tribute to this mastermind. Right? We've heard him play. Have you heard him play? Just an amazing artist with great tenacity for selecting things that are unexpected, really musically. I'm really turned on by Johnny Knapp. How about you? Give it up for Johnny Knapp!
What do we have challenges? You know, in 2012, I was hanging out. Anyone remember Twain's when we had Tuesday Night Jam with Joe Granson? And a singer got up and started singing, and I stopped eating, which for me is a major thing. And I had a chance to meet the next singer coming up here, who's been a part of my life ever since. And got them together with, got her together with a little-known pianist who's been working around Atlanta for, he's just kicking around forever. But he moved to LA and he comes to Atlanta every now and then. And today he decided he would hop on a plane and come here just to enjoy the day with Johnny Knapp. He's going back tonight. He's here for a couple hours, and I want to bring them both up today. Please give a big welcome to Carla Harris and Ted Howe.
You got a good seat. Johnny! He's cold.
I consider it one of the great surprise delights moving to Atlanta that I get to say that I have gotten to sit down and hear Johnny Knapp tell stories. None of which I can repeat in public. Some great ones. Speaking of the devil, well, here I am. May I come in? Feeling like a lost and lonely land. May I come in? Don't close the door before you hear my story. Please let me stay so I can say I'm so sorry. Sorry that I ran out and lost my mind with someone new. Carelessly I left my heart behind. It's still with you. What can I do? I'm standing on your doormat, but the welcome's wearing thin. Sorry for the fool I've been. May I please come in? lost my mind with someone new. Carelessly I left my heart behind, still with you. What can I do? I'm standing on your doormat, but the welcome's waiting. Sorry for the fool I've been. May I please come in? Thank you so much. Susan, where's Susan taking pictures? Susan, you have to come over and get, Ted has a kiss mark on his cheek. You've got to get that. Happy birthday, Johnny.
Carla Harris, huh? And the ever-loving Ted Howe. Only a chick back in it, second to Johnny Knapp. The kiss was from Jim Basile. Yeah, that's his shade. Where's Stephen Blair? Stephen Blair, we got a stand-up for you. So you have to stand up. Come on up. We've got another incredible singer for you today to give tribute to Johnny, and that is a woman by the name of Tia Ricks. Come on up, Tia. Tia, I've known for many, many years, and like so many singers in town, she gets better and richer in voice every single day, every time I hear her. She's going to come up. You know, while they're getting up here, I just want to take a moment. We lost someone very, very near and dear to us in the past week. A lady who was full of music, full of heart and soul, and that is the lovely Theresa Hightower. I think that the song Tia is going to sing, it's not necessarily a tribute to Theresa, but in a way, the words do say something, and I know you will bring so much joy and energy to it. Ladies and gentlemen, as soon as Stephen Blair gets set up, let me talk a little bit. Theresa was very, very special to us. She was known as the Queen of Jazz here in Atlanta, and we are all remembering her in very different ways. But today, I know she's looking down. She was a good friend of Johnny's, and I am sure she's wishing all the best to him on this 90th birthday. Let's have another round of applause for 90 years, folks! Oh my goodness! Have we lost Stephen? Oh, there he is, getting a drink. Stephen Blair, who has become a world traveler, they tell me. Or you got kicked out of the country. I forget which one it was. But we got you the upright if you'd rather play that. Okay, we let you back in. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big hand. Larry Barker, where are you? Oh, our host pianist, never far from the bench. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand for Miss Tia Ricks.
Still working on getting the bass right, but we'll let him join in. I'm going to say just a couple words. I met Johnny at Twain's back in the day, right? Just so happens he also knew and worked with both my parents. My dad was a bass player, Bob Ricks, and my mother, Phyllis Ricks. Those are some big shoes for me to fill. Not that I'm trying to fill them, because, you know, I want to be who I am. But Johnny has been a wonderful mentor for me, has encouraged me, and kind of tried to, you know, push me along. He's kind of been like, okay, so when are you going to start taking the third chorus? And I think I actually did that for him one time, but I'm not that brave all the time.
Which one? You gotta stall all of this.
We're gonna start without him, because, you know,
I'll catch up.
he'll catch up. There we go.
One of those sections doesn't work.
You go through G syllables.
I think that's the one that's screwed up.
I don't really care what key the drummer plays in. It's, you know,
It's symbolic.
it's symbolic. I'm not very good at this stretching stuff, but I'm trying, y'all. Please.
You know, drummers sing G and L. Well, it sounds like it.
Oh!
You know when you can tell the stage is level, right? The drummer's really got both sides of the mouth.
Give us another one.
Just in time, I found you just in time. Before you came, my life was running low. I was lost, the losing dice would toss. Bridges all across, nowhere to go. Now you're here. Now I know just where I'm going. No more there's no fears I found my way. Love came just in time. Found you just in time to save my lonely life. That's what you did. Already just in time. Just in time before you came. lost, the losing dice were tossed. My bridges all were crossed, nowhere to go. Now you're here and now I know just where I'm going. No more doubts or fears. I found my way, lucky just in time. Johnny just in time. Lucky just in time. Just in time. Save my life that lucky day. Johnny Knapp, I love you, baby. You only got 2 choruses today, but that's it.
Two's better than one, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, come on. Terry's on the drums. If you missed him sneaking in, Del Baroni is in the house. Okay, I'm gonna get up here going.
Sing, man, sing! Sing, sing, sing!
The story was in the shop, I was getting dressed. I was literally walking, I heard all this commotion. Langston had gotten out, I don't know how. He was running up and down the street, chasing after the kid that lives next door.
Multi-talented Del Baroni on bass.
So I had to go get him, bring him in. Then I had to change my clothes because he jumped on me in my shirt. Then I got stuck in the worst traffic on Ponce de Leon. Sorry, I have no idea. I have no idea. So
Maybe one followed me out when I went to the car.
I don't know, but I couldn't figure it out.
So calm down, warm up your voice, take it easy.
That's a lovely song written by Marilyn and Alan Bergman and Sergio Mendez. It's called Like a Lover. Your smile is soft and lovely, you let it play on your face. Oh, I do, I'm more something. Like a little man, sighs on the boards, its fingers through the veil. Upon your face, you remembers never having known sweet place. So I'm not going to you. How I live, come them is your lips. Let it be me, my love, and the tangle that builds your fingertips. Let it be me, let me be your love, bring them to the understates of life. Without you, like a lover without the moon, children go and watch us while you sleep. This night arrives on tiptoe, gently taking you in its embrace. So I'm nothing at the velvet moon to you. cup comes your lips. Let it be me, my love. And the table that fills your fingertips. Let it be me, let me be your love. Bring them to the endlessness of night. Without you, like a lover without moon, sugar flowing white just by your sleep. Sliding around on tiptoe, they're taking you. Give me some grace, oh, I'm riding. I'm another to be.
Up like 1%.
I might be like from love to you.
Baroni.
That's why we changed.
Move the mic, it's right to work state. Okay. Okay, Arthur Turner is in the house. Where is Arthur Turner? There he is. There he is. Emra Catan. Emra, come on up, man. Hey, brother. All right, Arthur's going to sing and not play. Larry's going to be forced to play again.
My pretty pet, I'm gonna treat you right. Don't you dare raise my hair. I'm gonna share everywhere. Oh yeah, send for me now. Send for me. Oh, send for me. Oh, send for me. Oh, send for me. Ooh, I promise you, I'll be true. Send for me.
Yeah, man. Love it. Love it. Having a good time? Yeah! I said, are you having a good time? Yeah. All right. Well, that woke us up a bit. That's absolutely fantastic. Arthur, we'll get you back up in a second. We've got Barbara and Will Jenkins coming up. And do you want Larry to play for you?
I'm happy for you too.
Do you have the music, she says. It's in his head. Is Larry Barber? He has everything up there. Barbara Jenkins, folks.
Hello. Johnny. Johnny, I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Johnny, for all the inspiration that you've been for me and Will. Introducing us to all these, like, people, and helping us on our way. This song is for you. Nobody else. It's for you.
You know so many stars.
It's about.
Johnny, this is for you.
Johnny.
Which dream of
Barber and Will Jenkins, huh? They are a duo. They play around town. You should look for them. Where's your next gig? You've got gigs all over the place. East Side Jazz, because that's in Snellville, right? The jam session next Saturday. Okay. All right. Larry Barker's got a jam session at Luna's the first Saturday of every month. And right now, I want to get June Donovan up here to sing. You want to play and sing? All right. June is going to put the spotlight on June. She's over here.
Now, when I finish the verse, we're all going to sing, "We Can't Give You Anything But Love." This is a Julie Garland verse that I ran into. Now that it's your birthday. Oh, let me get his attention. Yeah, Johnny, this is for you. Now that it's your birthday, we don't know what to do. Can't buy you a Thunderbird or a penthouse with a view. Can't even buy a little present. We're much too broke, we find. But there is one way we can save the day, and we hope that you don't mind that we can't give you anything but love. Johnny, that's the only thing I'll tell ya. Johnny, breathe a while, sleep a while, you're sure to find happiness, all those things you've always lied for. We don't think you're anything but swell. Johnny, diamond complex, Woolworth don't sell. Johnny, till that lucky day, you know darn well. Johnny, you can't give you anything. We can't give you anything. Oh, we need love, love, we don't think you're anything but swell. Johnny, diamond complex, Woolworth never sell. Our Johnny, till that lucky day, you know darn well. Everything we can't
That was June Donovan, huh? What a voice. I've loved June for so long, and she's such a great pianist. On top of it, she comes out to jams, and like Larry Barker, she's got this memory of tunes and Arthur. I mean, I don't know where you guys came from, where you know all these tunes, and it's not just...
You just wish we go back.
You just play it and play it and play it, right?
Memorize the hook.
My goodness. Okay. William Hunt, you ready?
All right.
Bill Hunt?
Go for it, Bill.
Our Georgia Tech guy? Book in hand? Going to entertain us a little
Don't
bit.
touch that book.
What a wonderful world they have.
here.
He's still here.
Terry is done for the day. He's sweating, his arm is falling off.
Go back to real position.
Yeah, I'm telling you. We are very fortunate in Atlanta for musicians and singers to have a place to play, to ply their trade. And one of the great reporters of live music and jazz ran Churchill Grounds for over 20 years. He now is doing pop-up concerts at the Apple House in Decatur, and he has an incredible restaurant. If you haven't been to it, you've got to be over there on Claremont in Decatur. Bruenberg. It's, you won't find better chicken wings anywhere in the state. I'd like to bring up to say a few words, the incredible and wonderful Sam Yee. I'm not doing you any good here, Sam.
Sing, Sam.
You know what?
Run, Sam, run. Thanks, Ed. I don't know if I deserved all that, but I'm honored to be here today. As you probably know, I've been away from, I guess, Churchill for like 2 years and about 3 months. It was hard for me to give that up. I mean, when you do something every day for 20 years and working 100 hours a week, and you just come to screeching halt, it's just hard to, sometimes I was just driving toward the place, and I was like, oh my God, I don't have that place anymore, so I would drive back. But it was the greatest honor to be part of the project like that, and good Lord willing, if I get another chance, I would like to reopen Churchill. And, I'd like to, not another 20 years, because I don't want 40 more years. But as long as my wife lets me, because she probably sacrificed more than anybody else in this whole journey of jazz. But I'm just thrilled to be part of this jazz community. And I met Mr. Knapp, and this is a crazy story. He's been at my place a few times, and I was scared to go next to him. Just like when I first met Sonny Rollins, I was scared to meet him. And my business partner at the time, Chris, he dragged me to meet him. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous, I'm sweating, and I didn't know what to say. And so I never met Mr. Knapp until I do a pop-up session in Decatur called Apple House on Thursdays, and he was there. And I was at my restaurant, which is only 2-3 doors down, and he's like, Mr. Knapp wants to meet you. It's like, oh my God, I want to meet him, but oh my God, I'm scared of him. Like, he played with like Charlie Parker and Sarah Vaughan and Billie Holiday. Oh my God, I can't meet somebody like that. It's like, no man, come on. So I went over there and I met him, and I was like a sponge. I listened to him for like the next 45 minutes, just sitting. He was just talking to me. It's like, oh my God, it's like, this is so great. And I realized that this gentleman right here is like a national treasure. And he gave so much of himself to this art form, and a lot of us here who are sitting here, standing here, benefited from what he has done. And I'm just so happy to be part of his life in a bit. And I love the fact that, you know, he shared his memories and some of the greatest stories. And I just hope that Mr. Knapp could be around for a long time, and I will pray for that. And just to say thank you for everything you have done and the gift of music. Thank you, Mr. Knapp.
Thank you, Johnny has had, as you know, some health problems the last couple of months, but he is recovering and he's having a good time today. I received a card about, I guess it was about 2 months ago. I got a call from some producers from Los Angeles, and they said, we are doing a documentary on hip-hop and rap in Atlanta, and also combining that with jazz. And we've heard about Johnny Knapp, and we would like to interview Johnny Knapp. I said, well, wonderful. Let me try and put that together for you. We did. Actually, we came down to Sam's place. We did some interviews with Joe Gramston and H. Johnson. And then a day later, the crew, and this was about 6 people from LA, came to Johnny's house. We set up, and we waited, didn't we, John? We waited. We were supposed to be there at 3:30. I got there at 3 o'clock. Unbeknownst to me, Johnny had been calling me all morning on the wrong phone. Where the hell are they? God damn it! I gave up lunch for this. I said, I don't know, I'll give him a call. So I called him on the cell. Well, we'll be there really soon. Johnny lives in Lawrenceville. We'll be there really soon. Where are you? Fayetteville. He said, yeah, we're just wrapping up, should be there in half an hour. I said, you know, this is Atlanta, right? Okay, it's 5 o'clock, you're not going anywhere. They get there, it's about 8 o'clock. They set up. Meanwhile, Johnny and I go to Georgia Diner, we have a nice dinner. He walks in, every waitress knows him. You know Johnny is a chick magnet. Every woman in the place goes up to him, as you guys did today. There's just women around him. What do you want, Johnny? So good to see you. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug. So we get back to Johnny's house and they come in, and this is a very professional outfit. They're just late. And they set up 2-camera shoot. They interviewed Johnny till, must have been 1 in the morning. Wow. Well, I was hoping they might be able to be here today, but they're busy editing that documentary. They did send a card. Take it easy, take it slow. Put your feet up, let it go. There's just one thing you have to do, and that's to take good care of you. We hope you feel better soon. That's from Jack Piet and Elmo Lovano, and they are the heads of a company called Jam Card, and you will be hearing more about that. Go on, Google it, Jam, J-A-M-M card, and you'll see what they're doing. It's a marvelous thing. This is separate from the documentary. But it involves musicians around the country. And just the other day, 2 days ago, I received this card addressed to Johnny Knapp. Happy birthday, may this birthday be just the beginning of a year filled with happy memories. Dearest Johnny, all those memories of the Page 3, Jackie Howe, Kiki Hall, Bubbles Kent, the unique Monique, Lena the cook, etc. Have a great day, my dear. Love, Sheila Jordan. Those of you that know, Johnny and Sheila were together at the club called Page 3 for 15 or more years in New York. They worked together on the road. Sheila, believe it or not, is 10 days older than Johnny. 10 days older. She is leaving. She couldn't be here. She wanted to be here so much. But Sheila leaves tomorrow for a 2-month tour of Europe. So there is life. 90 is the new 40. Apparently. Who knew? Who knew? Mary Gill. You want to sing? Jeff Gill on the drums? Well, no one's on the drums. Where is Jeff? There you are. Come on up and play a little bit. Yeah, any bass players? Dell? Is Dell still here? Or any bass players?
Yes, at least it's me.
Ken Bravery's doing a hell of a job. Give him a hand. Please welcome Mary Gill.
So Angel, I can see.
Used to think that love is not a down because my angel eyes are angel eyes that old ever since they roll up and not clear bright. Need I say that my love's misspent with angel eyes tonight? Drink of all you people. Yeah, I order anything you see. See the drinks and the laughs on me. Pardon me, but I gotta run. The facts uncover me. Gotta find out. Gotta find out how to now another one. Yes, my angel eyes, baby.
husband got a haircut. I had no idea who he was backstage. These people don't do that. Get the goddamn haircuts, all right? I can't tell anybody these days. Now my hair grows out for a reason. I play Santa Claus in December. I let it grow, and I tell you, January 1st, this sucker comes right off. I hate it. I got another redhead in the house, Gwen Houston. Mikey, come on up, guys. This lady is all over the world lately, kicking around and playing music and having fun, and you still talk to me. It's amazing.
Thank you so much for what you're doing today. Everybody for Eddie Harris. Hey, Mike, Jeff, I love you so much. Jeff, but I'm married to a drummer.
That's Gwen, that we saw in St. Simon's.
Kind of like
You said that.
You're married to the game.
I thought he did. He said Gwen Hughes.
Let's do this for you. Ken, you're doing great. Don't change anything.
Play the same song again.
And I'd like to do some ska music after this. No. Yeah. Some G. Take the chance on one. One, two, three, four. I think I sang this last time I was here. Here I go again. I need to hit the floor again. On the floor again. Taking a chance. Here I slide again. Ride again. Stop the eye again. Taking a chance on love. I thought the kind of a rainbow, and I never would trust. Now I'm living a game. The face of hearts is high. Without happy and now, taking a chance on
Well, I have been very fortunate to work with the next lady coming up. Got a wonderful voice. She has performed all over Atlanta and beyond. And hope that relationship continues. Please put your hands together and give a nice welcome to Nancy Gaddy.
I just wanted to say a couple things. I first met Johnny, I think David and I first met Johnny about 7 or 8 years ago through Bruce Hampton. And then I had the pleasure, yes, let's give a round to Bruce. And then about 5 5 years ago, Ed and I hooked up, and then he hooked me up with Johnny, and I will tell you, for the last 5 years, it's been like singer boot camp. They beat me up, they chew me out, they never give me a compliment, they just keep beating me up, but I have to tell you, every second of it has been worth it. So I'm very excited to do a song that Johnny actually arranged for me. Here's That Rainy Day. Oh, yeah. That's fine. E flat.
E flat.
Do you need the chart?
No.
Oh. I have it. Do you want it?
Wouldn't hurt.
Okay, Ed, they want the chart.
Oh, what? You want the chart? You're going to be musicians?
Yeah.
Oops. I thought we were going to no musicians.
Yeah, no musicians.
Okay.
Thank you.
Professionals.
It's like the studio musician.
I know. Stop it.
I should have stayed. Those left over me.
Big Daddy, give her a hand. Oh, look, you got it. I worked with her, huh? Frank Valdez on the alcohol. Well, Melissa Gordon-Ryan has helped this party immensely. In fact, this wouldn't have happened today without her putting together all the food and the drink, coordinating with other people to get that kitchen stocked like it is, to have what we're going to cut into very shortly over here on this table. But she also sings, she plays, and she has a very talented husband. And let's bring out Melissa Gordon-Ryan and Mike Bryan. The changing of the guard. You still good? You want to? Where's Emma Catan? Emma, are you still here? Get him inside. Where is he? Emma. We'll bring up a few more people. Karina Brito's here too. She's anxious to play that violin with, what is that thing on this big rock at the end of the violin? I just saw this documentary last night on Itzhak Perlman. Anyone see that on PBS? Oh my God. I've loved him ever since I first heard him, and that's quite a while ago, but this was a fabulous documentary talking about his Stradivarius and how he just lucked into it. That's a Strat, right? It's a Felix Strat. From Hoboken. Melissa, take the mic away from me, please.
Thank you so much for coming. Happy birthday, Johnny.
With a lot of chord changes. All right, yeah. Practice what I think every time.
Over the years. God knows I'm the worst student in the entire universe. So I thank you, Johnny, and Dave, for everything. Did you say I've got a lot to learn? Please don't think I'm trying not to learn. Sentences of words not to to write I love you 1,000 times across the sky. One thing isn't very clear, my soul. To that teacher said so near my love. Graduation's almost here, my love. Teach me tonight.
Thank you. Well, another treat for you today. Emerson Tan on the drum. He's here, he's a major motion picture star now. We lost him. We lost him. It's gone to his head.
He's a big star.
He's a big deal. Won't talk to anybody. He plays a gangster. He plays, what do you play when you, in the casino? What do you, casino boss? Look at that face. Is that a casino boss or what? Typecast. God. I'm telling you. Well, we have a special guest. I gotta tell you, Johnny and I go back to one very special moment when I met Johnny, and this was at a house party. And he was sitting, everyone was in the living room, people had their instruments, they were singing, they were playing. Johnny's in the kitchen eating, which I find out is really his favorite place to be with house parties. He's there eating, looking for pierogies. Couldn't find any. But I sat down and said, there's this older gentleman, and he's all by himself. And let me go talk to him. We start talking, I find out, yeah, oh, I'm a piano player. Oh, I play a little keyboards too. Well, he says, yeah, but did you play with Dizzy? Did you play with Miles? Did you play with Bird? Did you Sarah Vaughan? Did you play with Billie Holiday? And I said, on records? I mean, I played along when I was in high school, but this man has played with everybody in jazz. I don't know that there's anyone he hasn't played with over the years. And up until a few months, he was still gigging. Is that amazing? Just remarkable. Johnny Knapp. I feel so fortunate to know him as a teacher, as a musician. He's taught me things, and believe me, I got a lot to learn. And he taught me so many things, not just about music, about performing. We shared a lot of the ideas about presentation, and we started talking. We go back to numerous friends in New York when Johnny lived there, in Los Angeles when I lived there, and Johnny had lived there. And we shared a lot of acquaintances, a lot of people we played with, actually separately, but together. We knew a lot of these same people. I started out in the Catskills. Johnny played in the Catskills. We shared stories. Boy, did we share stories about people. My ears are burning still, Johnny. Johnny has the best stories. If you've never had lunch with Johnny, that was the place to go and learn the stories. And Johnny still can tell them. Right, John? Of course you can. Well, anyway, this house party I was at was hosted by the couple that were sitting in the front row, and the lovely lady who was going to play the Stradivarius, or Fred Strad, I forget what we call it. Please welcome the lovely Karina Brito.
You okay?
Well, what to say about Johnny, right? We have nothing more to add. Johnny, this is Corina, and I'm gonna play for you Black Orchids. Yeah. Yes. And thank you for being part of my life. And so, my life is much richer because you are in it.
We're freaking part of
can do better than that. Karina Brito. We are going to take about a 5-minute break so you can all kind of stretch a little bit. We have more performers to come up, and the evening will continue, but I'm sure you want to stretch your legs. There's food in the kitchen, there's drink in the kitchen. Please take a little moment, and we'll be back after a musician's